What were you expecting because a lot of times when it comes to guys, they don't know what to expect and they're just kind of going following their wife or whatever. Well, but you kind of took this and ran with it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it turned out more to me. I thought it'd be like a regular museum ride. You know, you go to a museum, you look at them. Okay, boring day. Go to another museum, boring day. But with all the museums we went with, we was able to interact, and that was the great part about it. You just didn't have an interpreter giving a speech. You was able to ask questions, and that was really the better part of the whole thing. I mean, I was able to actually learn something.
Okay.
I had a great time doing it. I mean, every day was an adventure. Every day was an adventure.
We keep everybody moving.
Right. Hell yeah.
You stay moving.
Another thing that happened, Jay, when we were getting our yellow fever shot, the nurse told us, and I think this was a play on our psyche.
Yes.
When you go out of town or wherever, you want to drink and get, have your good time. I don't really drink, but some people do.
Yeah, some people do.
Some people do.
But she actually told us that the liquor and beer were banned in Africa about maybe a week before.
Did she say where in Africa?
Or did she said Ghana.
Oh, really?
She said all of Ghana.
Right.
There was no beer and no
dry state there. It was a dry continent, dry.
Yeah, we were like, what?
So we called.
So you were concerned at that point because
I like the party.
Yeah. I want to get loose. I got some footage of you.
No, you do. No, you do.
What's happening, everybody? Back here in Accra, in Ghana, and I'm talking to two very special people. This is their first time on the continent. This is actually your first international trip?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
First time out of the country. First time on a plane, not on a plane.
No. Well, we actually went to the Bahamas. I don't know if that.
Oh, that is international.
Okay.
That is considered international. This is your first time on the continent of Africa.
Yes.
Yep. Had a great time.
Well, this is Ceozie and Diane, and they're going to share a little bit about their experience here. And one, welcome. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having the trip.
Right. Had the trip. I truly enjoyed myself. Like you said, leave America at home.
Okay.
And I really experienced the part about the culture. I had fun from the spiritual to the real entertainment. I mean, it was everything more than what I suspected.
What were you expecting because a lot of times when it comes to guys, they don't know what to expect and they're just kind of going following their wife or whatever. But you kind of took this and ran with it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it turned out more to me. I thought it'd be like a regular museum ride. You know, you go to a museum, you look at them. Okay, boring day. Go to another museum, boring day. But with all the museums we went with, we was able to interact, and that was the great part about it. You just didn't have an interpreter giving a speech. You was able to ask questions, and that was really the better part of the whole thing. I mean, I was able to actually learn something.
Okay.
I had a great time doing it. I mean, every day was an adventure. Every day was an adventure.
We keep everybody moving.
Right. Hell yeah.
You stay moving.
And when you got home, you was exhausted.
Yeah.
You was exhausted, believe me.
Well, tell me, all right, why did it take so long for you to come to Africa? What do you think the reason? Because a lot of people watching right now, they're contemplating it, they're thinking about it, they're hearing all these different things, the stuff we've been told throughout the years, don't go. What do you think?
Well, for me, it was the plane ride.
Okay.
I don't like to fly. And when I heard 10 hours, I didn't want to do it.
So the long plane ride.
The long plane ride was number one. Number two was the fact that all the stuff you hear about Africa, it's dirty, the people aren't friendly, they don't like us.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to deal with all of that. So it was a turn off the first couple times that I knew you were coming.
You just kind of brushed it off.
Just brushed it off.
Because I've been talking about it for a while. So you're like, oh yeah, I'm not going to Africa.
Yeah.
I'm not in.
Right.
Yeah, I heard all of this.
I'll let him go and come back and tell us.
Right.
I want to go.
Yeah, it was more. That's like it was a myth. I mean, everybody want to go to Paris or Canada or whatever one name the country.
Yeah.
Everybody want to go there, but Africa has a whole lot more Just like any other country have beaches, nightclubs, museums.
Because they always show the bad parts of Africa. They never
Yeah.
show the beauty.
Yeah.
I ain't seen no flies.
Or mosquitoes.
Well, they got flies. They got flies.
Well, I
Mosquitoes.
ain't been bit. And I ain't had no mosquito bite on. No.
What?
No, right. You got bit? No.
Yeah. See.
No mosquito spray at all the whole time.
You didn't use mosquito spray at all.
No.
Now, isn't that something?
And I didn't see no lions and tigers. No tigers, but I didn't see no lions, bears,
No
whatever,
wild
no real
animals.
wild animals anyway.
None of that. It was people.
Yeah.
Live people. And these people work hard.
Yeah.
They're on the street every day working.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send my kids over here. Get some work ethic.
Yes.
But you know, that's something because in America, they tell us all the time, poverty, sickness, disease, all of this other kind of stuff. And then when you come here, you find out some of that you'll see. However, the way that it's pushed exclusively is that this is what's going on
That's it.
in Africa. And then also they push the fact that Africa is a country when it's a continent with 54 countries.
Right.
But there are people, I'm telling you, they brush it off. And they're like, so what do you think, or how do you think a trip to Ghana, because we're in Ghana right now, which is a country in West Africa, how do you think a trip like this could benefit someone who's been told all of these lies?
Man.
There's so much history. There's so much, with especially the trip that we took to the Slave River and the dungeons. That just brought it all home. It's like, all the stuff you hear and you see on television movies about the slaves and, how they were treated. And that's watered down compared to what we learned when we really went. It's really watered down. I didn't know about the governor on the top floor and the other people and the overseers here and all the slaves they put in the little individual dungeons. I didn't know that. I thought they went from a ship to being sold.
Walked out of the jungle right to the ship.
And it's nothing
It's like a story before
that.
that.
Yeah.
They don't
There's
teach
a
us.
whole story before that.
Why do you think they don't teach us this? Now that's it.
Once again, I'm trying not to go there.
I want to go there. I want
Right,
to
I
go
know
there.
you do.
Let's go there. That's what I got.
Right,
You see how I walked it down real slow?
Yeah, right. Yes, you did. Like I said, because I experienced it on my job when I hid the fact I was going on the trip because I don't want to hear so much BS before I left. But I got the courage. I'm not the courage, but I said, hey, I'm going to Africa. And they asked the same 101 question of kid flies, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I said, dude, it's not like that. It's not like that. The tour guide we got there, he's been there for a couple years, and it's just been amazing. I mean, what he told me is going to be an amazing trip. But the myth part of it is about how we just can't think, don't have no work ethic, don't move.
So basically, lazy black people
Right.
everywhere. We're
Everywhere you
uncouth,
go, no matter where you're at, that's
Yeah.
fine.
dumb. We
You
have
know.
learning challenges. We're somehow something wrong or deformed in us.
But in America, they do keep you brainwashed. And when I came here, my eyes were open. I mean, I knew of it, but I didn't open the can for them to say. I mean, over America, we know of it, but we don't expose it. So therefore, it's still inside. It's still inside of us, but we don't have the courage to say, hey, I'm a black man. I can think. I can walk. I can do anything anyone else can do.
That's right.
And but over in America, they got you brainwashed saying you're going to travel so high with a lot, and that's not true.
And another thing that happened, Jay, when we were getting our yellow fever shot, the nurse told us, and I think this was a play on our psyche.
Yes.
When you go out of town or wherever, you
Out of
want to
country.
drink and get, have your good time. I don't really drink, but some people do.
Yeah. Some people.
And-
Some people do.
Some people do. And, but she actually told us that the liquor and beer were banned in Africa about maybe a week before.
Did she say where in Africa? Or did
Well,
she
she
just
said Ghana.
Oh, really?
She said all of Ghana.
Right.
There was no
Lies.
beer
It was a
and no
dry state now.
lies.
Also, it's a dry continent. It's dry.
Yeah, we were like,
Right.
what?
So we called
So you were concerned at that point because
I like the party.
yeah. We
Yeah, I
I
want
got
to get
some
loose.
footage. I got some footage of you.
No, you do. No, you do. But
They tried to. Even when we called about the visa, and the guy on the phone said, "Where are you going?" And we said to Africa. Oh, why are you going to Africa?
Really?
Yeah, white. I knew it was a white guy.
Okay.
Tell by the way he spoke. If he
But
was
you
black,
got black people do that too.
I was gonna say.
I'm about to say something. Those would be the worst ones.
Those are the ones I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right. They just don't want you.
Yeah, don't want you to have the information.
They don't want to know the history for some reason. I mean, like I said, if you don't know your history, you can't move forward.
Yeah.
And spiritual people and non-spiritual people, they, for some reason, it's like when they claim we were free, and the ones who want to stay say they weren't treated that bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's exactly how
It's
it is right now.
a whole lot of that going on all over the world.
Right. Still. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, even in places like France, people will do that. Black French. Well, they'll gravitate towards the French president and to the Francophone countries, like the African countries. They will gravitate towards.
They say they're not black.
A lot of people. Yeah, they'll say I'm not black.
I'm American.
Or they'll do it in the UK. I'm British. I'm not black. I'm not African.
Yeah.
No, I'm British. I'm not from Sierra Leone. I'm not from Ghana. Like, look at your skin.
Right.
Look at you. You know what
Can't
I'm talking
hide
about?
You didn't say you're not.
You the most African. You more African than the people in Africa talking about I'm not African. You know. So.
And that's something. How can you be a black person and not want to put your foot on this continent?
But okay. Well, let's all right. Well, let's be fair. Let's be fair though. Let's be fair because we're all kind of coming to this place.
Yeah.
Because like you said, when I first started talking about it, I didn't. It wasn't attractive to you because you were like the plane ride, but it was like, but then on top of that, it was Africa. For me, it was only 3 years ago. I mustered up the courage, and I said, "All right, I'm going to go to Ghana." And so for a lifetime, I spent listening to and thinking and sending people over, but I wouldn't come myself. So I think that now that we see it, what do we do to take back to people to say, listen, to help them understand the larger picture of the deceptions and the games and everything that's been played?
Basically, all I would tell them is we are all the same. I don't care what continent you go to, we're all the same. You can do the same thing in every continent. There should be no reason to limit yourself to travel anywhere. And I think what y'all call it a bug. So I know I got the travel bug now. I'm ready to come back and go to Tanzania.
I didn't ask him to say that.
I'm ready to go.
Tanzania.
Right.
But that's what happens. And I mean, people who come on these tours, and I don't call them tours, I call them tours so people understand what I'm talking about, but really these are experiences.
They are.
Yes,
and that's what I look to create. It's like, well, once you get off the plane and some of the things that we've done on this tour, the places that you've been, now you take it back to your grandchildren, you take it back to your mother.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Like I said, because it's just been, eyes been covered. And basically, once you get here, they'll open up. But once again, like you said, once we go back home, what we're going to do with the information.
Yeah.
I'm going to run my mouth.
There it is.
Yeah. Say, hey, I got pictures and photos.
And video. We got social proof of you.
Oh, yes.
In multiple settings.
Right.
I think I'll pick that one.
Of course.
I think I'll pick that one.
Y'all got the roadside bread.
Oh, man. That was not just the bread, but and the spiritual thing about meeting the actual tribes and getting in touch with the people of God. Just not coming over here and saying, I'm better than you, or come over with the attitude you want to mingle. You really want to socialize with these people. And I had a good time. I have not had a bad day yet.
Are you afraid?
No.
Afraid? Did the warlords get you?
No.
And we've been attacked by 20 people at one time.
Oh, right.
But I was not afraid.
But
not attacked.
But you said attacked.
Not attacked.
Because you got them folks out there.
Right. We're not attacked. They were just happy to welcome us. They was happy to see us. It was like...
And happy to tell you something.
Happy to tell me something. But it wasn't like anything of fear. It was... I just had a great time.
And when you told them no, they went about their way.
Yeah.
They didn't beat you up and take
Nobody
you out
grabbed
the
us by the wrist and threw us in a dungeon or threw us in a car.
No,
No,
not that at all.
it was settings where it was like, okay, for instance, the marketplace.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a lot of people here.
In the market,
in the marketplace.
Yeah.
You can easily get lost, and we've wandered out by ourselves, and people would tell you where to go or what direction to go back into. Nobody tried to mislead us or anything. I had an enjoyable time. It was really enjoyable.
It's worth it. It's well worth
Because a lot of people don't think, in their mind, they're thinking, well, what's the value or spending the money?
The value is the heart.
Okay.
The heart experience. And like I said, when you get here, how can I say it? That when you get here, it's like the atmosphere just grows on you. You feel like you are at home. I mean, you don't feel like no one's looking at you. You're like, we all black. There's no. Well, my friend ran into a couple Koreans, Chinese, and some Europeans or Caucasian, and nobody shunned them or anything.
Nobody, no, not at all.
No, it wasn't like nobody actually drew attention to them. They was a minority, and no one drew attention to them. But in America, when you're a minority,
it's a different ballgame.
Right? Attention is drawn to you.
Because a lot of my white friends want to come. Do you think they will feel comfortable?
Oh, they will enjoy themselves.
Because a lot of them want to come. They're like, Jay, now do you think it's okay? Will they receive me when I come? And I tell them, I said, look, your brethren are here. You don't have anything to worry about. You'll be fine. But because I think it's important for people of other ethnicities to come. This is not just for black people to come. Even though black is essential for those of us who are part of the African diaspora, brown, black, however you identify yourself, to come. But those who are white were taught the same garbage, the same lies in the history books that we were taught. So even for them, they're thinking flies and thinking, these poor people need us to come save them.
Got to wear long clothing and put on your hoodie.
And that's another thing we were told. We were told to bring clothes because the people were poor.
Right.
And we could give them our old clothes that we don't want. We just pack a big suitcase of clothes and just give them out to people. These people got stuff. They don't need our clothes.
What do we got?
I can use their clothes, if anything.
Even in the rural areas, they had clothes. They had
everything they need to survive.
Yes.
And I not see one teardrop. Everybody here is smiling.
Smile on
that's it.
Everybody here is smiling.
Even the little children who are, and I believe that they're being exploited by either their parents or someone, even the ones who they send out on the street. I watched them and I just looked at their countenance and their children playing. It's like even in the midst of exploitation, they're able to find a level of joy even in that. And that's obviously from a minority standpoint, but even when you see that, you know that there's something here that people can find joy in any situation. And that's, we're in America, we're the ones in traffic. Shooting and killing each other, fighting. Like if we had the traffic situations that we saw here in America, it'd be death, it'd be war every day. And
like they said, when you come here, you don't even worry about stress.
Yeah.
You just have to worry about calming down because you want everything to be lightning bolt fast.
Yes.
It ain't that ain't.
No. You cook the order, pack your patience.
As wifey would tell you, it took me the third day to realize, okay, just calm down.
Leave America.
Just wait on it to come.
The patience factor.
Right, the patience factor, yes. Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
No, it's just, all like you said, I had a very nice time. I mean, from the food, we never ate the same thing every day. It was just great.
Well, I'm glad because I know what it took for the two of you to come. I know your family's been trying to get you to go on different international trips. And somehow I worked my way in.
Right. We know a couple that's going to be like upset about that.
Somehow I finessed my way in the situation and got them over here to Africa. But
double the travel time.
But I'm working on them too.
Yes. Right. Bring them on.
Them and the whole crew.
Oh man, that is great.
But but that's what it's all about. That's how by you going back and telling your family and your network. Now when they talk to you about the flies and everything, you can say, have you been there?
Right.
Exactly.
Have you been?
Exactly.
And
did I die? I'm here.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm here. Right.
Now we got a little while before you go back. Before they
Nah.
So we'll make sure we air this after they get back and land.
Make sure everything's 100%.
Right. Make sure 100%. But it has been such a joy for the two of you to be here because I know what it meant.
Yes.
And now I know this opens up the door to so many other. And you actually, because a lot of people may or may not recognize you from the whole Africa skit that we're producing. But years ago, we were working on a production and you took your first airplane plane ride with us as well, right? To Chicago,
Chicago.
back in 04. So now who'd have thought from 04 to 2021, now here you are in Africa.
I know.
Right. Double the time, right? Double the travel time.
But now they're talking about going to Tanzania.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, no, we going.
You see that he's already said.
Oh, we going.
And then we have some other spots, South Africa. There's some other places in the mix that we're working on, but it's like that's a part of what this is all about. So you two really embody like a full, not a full circle moment, but people who did not consider coming, but now you came, and now you're going back and telling the message to everyone else who's watching right now.
Right.
Yes.
Did you have anything that you wanted to share with it?
I'm just glad for your organization. You know, organizing everything. We didn't have any problems. The van was here on time. The restaurants were open. The people, it was just smooth.
Yep.
It was just smooth.
Oh, well, all right. I'm
So-
glad to know that.
Yeah.
No worries. No worries.
None.
Well, I'm glad because that's the other thing that we want to make sure that you don't have to worry about coming on a trip like this and being afraid. We take care of everything, but then on top of that, we just want you to have an experience where you're as comfortable as possible
Yeah.
and you can take in the environment.
Right.
And that's what happened.
Like, safety was never an issue here. Never.
All right, everybody. Ceozie and Diane here in Accra, Ghana. We're waiting for you to join us in Accra, Ghana. You know where to find us at MaximumImpactTravel.com. Make sure that you subscribe, like, and share this channel if you're watching on YouTube, and also make sure that you follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. And on Instagram, you can find me at JCameronOfficial. You can also find us at Maximum Impact Travel. And be sure to pick up your copy of The Adventures of Darren and Destiny as they go through the different African countries. This is how we educate our children so they don't grow up with the same nonsense and the same narratives that we grew up with. You can show them something different, and that's what we want to make sure that we do. So thank you two for joining us here.
It's been a pleasure.
And we're going to follow up. We're going to see what we get them in Tanzania. Tanzania is up next. And Tanzania is up next for you. So make sure you check out our upcoming dates.
Okay. Work on my rhythm.
Yes, please.
Open up your eyes and see all the fun and mystery. Take an African adventure with Darren and Destiny. From the mountains to the shore, so many things to explore. Take an African adventure with Darren and Destiny.
The Adventures of Darren and Destiny. And Darren and Destiny are twin brother and sister. And you go on their adventures throughout the African diaspora, meaning so African diaspora destinations, primarily focused in Africa, but we go to South America, we're going to go to the Caribbean. Their first book is going to take you to Ghana. And then we're going to go on a safari. And from there, we're going to go to Ethiopia. And then we go to Salvador, Brazil. And what the goal is to be able to inspire curiosity in the continent of Africa, in our children from a very young age, and to really tell a more accurate story. Most of our children are exposed to negative images, late night infomercials about how bad things are, everybody's sick, everybody's poor, everyone's uneducated, but that's simply not true. So what Darren and Destiny and their family do is they go to different African destinations. They're learning about these different places. You're beginning to see positive images, but still telling the truth. I mean, that's the important thing, to tell the truth about some of the things that have occurred. But it's all done on our children's level so they begin to understand it. And it begins to pique their curiosity. They begin to learn more. And hopefully one day they will want to explore and visit the continent of Africa and its many countries. There's just so much that Darren and Destiny are able to do, and as they're doing it, it's like they begin to open the minds of a new generation, and they don't get bombarded and indoctrinated with negativity. They're actually able to see positivity and inspiring images and messages about the African diaspora, as well as those who are still indigenous to the continent of Africa, and they begin to learn more and just see things differently. So I'm excited about introducing The Adventures of Darren and Destiny.